All right, ready to dive into something a little different today.
I'm always up for a challenge. What are we digging into?
Today, we're tackling sales engineers.
Oh, interesting. The folks who can explain exactly what makes a 200-ton excavator tick to a room full of executives in suits.
You nailed it. We're going deep with RoleCatcher's career guide to see what it really takes to excel in this role.
Sounds fascinating. I've always wondered about these kinds of hybrid roles. A true blend of technical chops and, let's face it, serious salesmanship.
Right, you have to understand the engineering, sure, but also how to sell that engineering to clients who probably don't know a hydraulic ram from a radiator hose.
Exactly. And that's precisely what makes RoleCatcher's guides so interesting. They highlight how crucial it is for sales engineers to bridge that gap between the technical and the persuasive.
It's almost like they're bilingual.
In a way, yeah. Fluently speaking engineer in business. Being able to explain those complex technical details in a way that clicks with clients who are focused on the bottom line, that's the real skill.
So we're talking about customizing some pretty heavy-duty products, right? But what does customization actually look like in this world?
It's a lot more than just picking options off a menu, that's for sure. Think about it. Say you're a construction firm, you're building a skyscraper downtown. You need a crane, but not just any crane. This crane has to navigate a tight space, reach incredible heights, all while meeting some serious safety standards. That's where a sales engineer comes in.
So they work directly with the client, the engineers, everyone, really, to figure out a solution.
Exactly. That might mean tweaking the crane's boom length, integrating some incredibly sophisticated software for precise control, maybe even adding cutting-edge safety features that go above and beyond the current regulations.
It's about tailoring a solution to a very specific problem.
You've got it. And to do that well, you need someone who understands not only the engineering behind the equipment, but also the client's challenges, their operational needs. It's a balancing act for sure.
Sounds pretty demanding.
It can be, especially since customization is just one piece of the puzzle. RoleCatcher also gets into the nitty-gritty of repairs and maintenance, and that's a whole other side of being a sales engineer.
That's where those steel-toed boots come in handy, I bet.
You know it. We're talking about diagnosing problems often on-site under pressure. It could be anything from troubleshooting a piece of complex machinery to getting your hands dirty with actual repairs.
So forget the boardroom. Sometimes you need to be able to handle a wrench.
Exactly. And this is where those client relationships we talked about become absolutely crucial. A sales engineer who can not only sell the product, but also swoop in and quickly resolve a critical downtime issue. That builds trust like nothing else.
I can see that. It sounds like the work environment can be incredibly varied, too. Manufacturing plants, remote mining sites.
Oh yeah, RoleCatcher really paints a dynamic picture of what the day-to-day can look like. One day you're on a construction site, the next you might be in a high-tech repair depot.
Talk about a change of scenery. This isn't your typical 9-to-5 office job. And with all that on-site work, I imagine travel is a big part of the job description.
It definitely comes with the territory, especially as you progress in your career. Some sales engineers thrive on that variety, the chance to travel domestically or even internationally, while others might find it a bit disruptive to their work-life balance.
Makes sense. It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
And speaking of career progression, RoleCatcher does a great job of laying out the typical path for a sales engineer, from those early days as a junior engineer all the way up to a management role.
It's a pretty classic climb. You start as a junior sales engineer, then move up to a sales engineer role, followed by senior sales engineer, and finally sales engineering manager. But what's really interesting is how those core skills, the technical knowledge, the communication, the problem solving, they all evolve with each step up that ladder.
So let's break it down. What's a typical day look like for a junior sales engineer just starting out? I imagine lots of learning the ropes.
Definitely. They're getting their hands dirty, assisting those more senior engineers with technical customizations, maybe putting together proposals, creating presentations. It's all about soaking up knowledge and building a strong foundation in both the product and the industry.
And I imagine building those crucial client relationships as well.
Absolutely. Because as they transition into that full-fledged sales engineer role, they'll be expected to manage those relationships much more independently. And here's where it gets interesting. They're not just fulfilling requests at this point. They're actively seeking out new business opportunities.
So they go from problem solver to problem finder.
Exactly. That entrepreneurial spirit is key. And that drive to identify and seize opportunities becomes even more important when we move up to the senior sales engineer level.
Because now they're not just leading individual projects, they're overseeing the entire customization process.
You got it. They're the go-to experts, mentoring junior team members, working across different departments to ensure those complex customizations are executed flawlessly.
It sounds like a huge leap from those early days as a junior sales engineer, almost like two different jobs.
It speaks to just how dynamic this role really is, the sheer breadth of skills needed to succeed as a sales engineer, and as they ascend to that coveted sales engineering manager position.
They're kind of moving from the field into the strategy room, right? Less hands-on, more about leading the team and setting the overall direction.
Exactly. Now it's about setting those big picture sales strategies, managing budgets, making sure the whole team has the tools and support to really knock it out of the park.
And I imagine all those client relationships, the ones they've been building over the entire career, those become absolutely essential at the management level.
Oh, without a doubt. They're not just managing projects or even teams at this point. They're navigating those really complex client relationships, often with some pretty high-level executives, all while keeping an eye on industry trends,
Yeah.
anticipating what those clients will need next.
Really highlights just how dynamic this career path can be, always learning, adapting, taking on new roles and challenges.
And that's something RoleCatcher really hammers home: continuous learning that's non-negotiable in this field. Especially with technology evolving at such a breakneck speed, sales engineers need to be adaptable to stay ahead of the curve.
Makes sense. We're talking about AI, the Internet of Things, all these advancements that are changing the game for heavy-duty equipment.
Think about it, a sales engineer trying to explain the value of a fleet of autonomous mining trucks to a mining company. They not only need to understand how that technology works, but also how it translates to real-world benefits, improved safety, increased efficiency, even things like environmental impact.
It's more than just selling a machine, it's selling a whole new way of doing things.
Exactly. And that focus on sustainability, that's only going to become more important. Clients are looking for equipment that's not just powerful and efficient, but also environmentally responsible.
So sales engineers need to be well-versed in things like fuel efficiency, alternative energy sources, everything that contributes to a smaller environmental footprint.
They need to be able to connect those dots for the client, show them how investing in cutting-edge technology aligns with their sustainability goals. It's about selling the future, not just a product.
I like that, selling the future. But with all this talk of AI and automation, there's still something to be said for those core communication and people skills, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. No matter how high-tech things get, people still want to work with people they trust, people who get their needs and can guide them towards the right solution.
It's interesting. The more central technology becomes to a role like this, the more important those human elements of communication and connection become.
100%. RoleCatcher actually dedicates a whole section to active listening, emotional intelligence, all those skills that allow sales engineers to really build rapport and trust with their clients.
It's a good reminder that in a world that can feel increasingly automated, those human skills, they're more valuable than ever.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, that about wraps it up for today's deep dive into the world of sales engineers. We covered a lot of ground, from those entry-level roles all the way up to management. And it's clear that it takes a unique blend of technical expertise, business acumen, and good old-fashioned people skills to really succeed in this field.
Definitely a lot to unpack there.
For anyone listening who's intrigued by a career that's both challenging and rewarding, a role where you can really make a difference in a constantly evolving industry, well, sales engineering might just be the perfect fit.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That's it for today, everyone. Until next time, keep those minds curious, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.